Breaking down a project into subtasks helps, however, you can still feel some resistance to start working on this subtask. So what you can do is today we're going to look at how to beat procrastination and get work done, as promised in my previous video where we talked in quite some detail about what procrastination really is and what is the simplest solution to stop procrastinating and start working. But in a nutshell, procrastination is actually a stress relief mechanism which helps you to take a break and relax. Basically, because this work is so important, you feel scared, which causes resistance, and this resistance causes stress. So before you actually start doing the work, you are so stressed that when you sit down to actually work, you decide to rather watch some cat videos or check Instagram or eat something. However, if you want to know more about it, make sure to watch my previous video, which I will link here and in the description below. And now, without further ado, let's quickly begin with the first tip. Whenever we procrastinate for a good amount of time, we often beat ourselves so much about it that we start feeling extremely guilty for procrastinating, which further puts us in a bad mood and therefore adding to the stress. And that is why forgiving ourselves is so important, to be able to relieve our minds from all the stress and guilt so that it can focus on the work. There was actually a study done on 119 university students, and it was found that students who forgave themselves for procrastinated less in the future. If you wish to read about this research, I'll link it in the description box below. According to Harvard Business Review, a cluttered workspace can lead to procrastination. Therefore, before you get to work, make sure that you declutter and tidy your workspace. Also, declutter your digital space by closing any tabs on your browser that are not required for your work to avoid distractions. Again, the link to the Harvard Business article is in the description below, and you'll also find all the links to all the research that I'm going to share in this video. Most of the times, as soon as I sit on my desk to start working, all of a sudden, I either get hungry or thirsty or I need to use the loo. Which is why before you sit down to work, take care of your biological needs. Like going to the loo, keeping a water bottle, tea or coffee or something to snack on near your desk so that you do not get up while working for whenever you are, let's say, thirsty. Also, a good way to ensure that you stay more focused is to take a 5 to 10 minutes walk before you sit down to work. We talked about this concept in the previous video as well, but when we look at the project as a whole, we get overwhelmed and stressed, which leads to procrastination. And anyway, we never work on the complete big project at any point in time. We are always working on a specific task which leads to the completion of the whole project. So instead of overwhelming yourself, break down the project into subtasks, which will make it easier for you to work, as you will only see a comparatively achievable and actionable task. Breaking down a project into subtasks helps, however, you can still feel some resistance to start working on this subtask because procrastination makes starting a lot difficult. So what you can do is ask yourself, what is the smallest, easiest, actionable step that I can take? And once you figure it out, use the 5-second rule to work on that. Basically, break down your subtask into baby steps and count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and complete that baby step. For example, if you have an essay to write, what is the baby step that you can take for it? It is opening a Word document. So count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and open the Word document. The next baby step may be writing the topic of essay. I know that this might sound silly to you, but this actually helps you get started. Completing the baby steps fills you with a sense of achieving a task, which further motivates you to do more. Remember the feeling you get from checking off the task on your to-do list? And using the 5-second rule makes it difficult for your brain to come up with excuses to stop you from starting to work. And once you complete a couple of such baby steps, you will soon reach into a flow state where you are super focused on the work, you're in momentum, and you can keep working. Use the Pomodoro technique. Well, I've talked about this technique in quite some detail in a separate video. Pomodoro technique basically helps you set kind of a working deadline where you say, I'm only going to work until so many minutes on this task, which makes it easier for you because your brain is now not so scared as it has to work on it for a definite period of time. To quickly explain the Pomodoro technique, you set a timer for 25 minutes and work on this task. After the 25 minutes are over, you take a break for 5 minutes. This 25 minutes block is one Pomodoro. And you repeat the Pomodoro for 3 more times, after which you take a 15 minutes break. If required, you can repeat the 4 Pomodoros again and again and again. But usually, I keep working after the 25 minutes are over because I would have reached the flow state. And if not, I take the break and follow the Pomodoro technique. This happens with me all the time. When I'm working, my brain starts reminding me of so many to-dos that I keep getting distracted. And the solution to this is to keep a pen and a paper with you to note down these distractions to tackle them later once you get up. This relieves the brain from having to constantly keep this to-do in mind from the fear of forgetting about it later. Now that the task is written on the paper, the brain feels free to focus on the task in hand. Again, if you wish to know about this in detail, I already have a video about it. Having knowledge is wonderful, but it is kind of wasted if we do not focus on its execution at all. Now that you know all of this, decide to get back on work and get things done because you know that the only way to beat procrastination is to take action. I know your brain might make some excuses like, let's watch another video and then we'll start working, or come on, I'm hungry, let's raid the fridge. And this is where the 5-second rule comes into play. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and before your brain makes another excuse, physically move. Close the unnecessary tabs and get to work. But wait! Only after finishing this video! Remember a couple minutes ago I mentioned about closing tabs that you do not need before starting to work? Well, in my next video I will be sharing the apps that you can use on your desktop and on your mobile phone to block certain websites to avoid getting distracted while you are working. And in the video after that, I will talk in detail about the 5-second rule. So you know what you have to do. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post these videos. And don't forget to let me know in the comment section below about your tips on beating procrastination. And you can watch my other videos right over here and subscribe to my channel by clicking this button here. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, love more, dream big, and make it happen. This is Ruchika Srivastava signing off.